Hi, I'm Jemimah. I'm here to inspire. Join me on this show as we engage business leaders, social entrepreneurs, academic professionals, and proactive youths. On every show, we discuss trending matters on culture, lifestyle, leadership, education, and lots more. The Jemimah Show every Friday on Delaware TV, Channel 28. I'll look forward to meeting you.
Welcome to the Jemimah Show. On this edition is a special presidential edition. We have on our show a special guest of honor all the way from Africa, the wife of the Honorable President of Gambia. Right here we have Her Excellency Miss Barrow. You're welcome to the show, Your Excellency. We are so happy that you are able to make it to the show. Thank you so much. It must have been a long journey all the way from Africa to America and to great, beautiful Delaware. Delaware, we are so honored to have you on behalf of the community of African American, Caribbean Coalition and Commission of Delaware. We say welcome to Delaware. Thank you for coming. And on the show, we have another special guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, right here. Welcome, sir, to the show. Can you please tell Your Excellency, welcome to the show once again. And I know you've had a long, week here in Delaware. A lot of activities that you've had to do, and I know you were at the Legislative Hall the other day to meet with the House of Senate and all the people there. How was your meeting? Everything, did it go well? Yes. Awesome. Do you have anything you want to say to the state of Delaware and to the commission that led this visit?
Yes. Very grateful that I'm in the state of Delaware, and I'm thanking the government of Delaware and the DACC for inviting me to come to Delaware.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. We are so honored to have you. And by the way, you are such a beautiful woman. I love that dress. It looks so beautiful. All right, so we're so excited about, Her Excellency being on our show. It's an honor for everyone with the African descent. And we're going to take a quick commercial and we'll be back. We have a lot of stuff to talk about Gambia and Delaware and America, especially trade, business, investment. Stay tuned.
To inspire. In every show, we discuss trending matters, lifestyle, culture, leadership, education, and lots more. And I look forward to meeting you as we engage business leaders, social entrepreneurs, academic professionals, proactive youths. Join me on the show every Friday, 7:30 p.m. on Delaware 28.
Welcome back to the Jemimah Show. We are so honored to have on our midst again the Honorable Minister of Agriculture from Gambia, right here. You are welcome again to the show. I know that Gambia has a new government, and I know that you were part of the old government at some point, and now you're here again with the new government. So tell us about the agricultural state, like what are the policies that the government has in place to improve agriculture in terms of technology, to make youths get involved. What are the plans that the state has?
Thank you very much to invite me to this show, which I'm told is a very popular show.
You're welcome.
In the state of Delaware.
You're welcome.
Fortunately for me, I served in the government of the new first government of the Republic of the Gambia for some years, first as Deputy Foreign Minister, and then as Minister of Water Resources, Fisheries, and the Environment. Then from there, I served as Minister of Agriculture.
Great.
Up to the coup d'etat. The coup d'etat met me as Minister of Agriculture.
Wow.
But unfortunately, we had a dictatorship in Gambia for 22 years, which I strongly opposed from day one and went to prison on 22 occasions and seriously tortured. I lost my eye.
Wow.
And my wife was also tortured and taken to prison on 3 occasions. And so many other people. But fortunately, I refused to leave the country because I thought I owe it to the people who voted for me in the Fourth Republic.
Wow.
I cannot be leading them when the going is nice, and when the going is rough, I disappear. That would have been betrayal of trust. But fortunately, I am now part of the change. I am back in the same office which I left 22 years ago. So I'm here to accompany the lady, the First Lady of the Republic, and I was personally invited by the Delaware Africa Caribbean Coalition to come here and join the First Lady for us to promote and make sure we try to partner with Delaware to help us in the health and agricultural sector. As long as Gambia is a small agricultural country, where 70% of the population are involved in agriculture, we thought it very necessary that after 22 years of destructive policies, the agricultural sector was more or less non-existent anymore. But now, we, the new dispensation, are trying to vitalize agriculture through transformation and modernization. Transform agriculture so that we can move away from the old methods of family subsistence activity to a commercially oriented sector. And that we can only do if we transform it and modernize it. Go into mechanization and of course go into factories and then go into processing, packaging, and then of course the food chain will be developed, whereby through that process opportunities will be created for young Gambians to go back to the land. We have to make agriculture attractive in order to make the young people to go back to the land. Fortunately, when I was the first Minister of Agriculture, the young people were back to the land, but unfortunately, because of the destructive nature of the last government, Gambia has suffered most in the West Coast. With our small population, we have the highest percentage of young people, rural youth, going across the desert and across the Mediterranean Sea. We have lost over 3,000 young people in the sea who have lost their lives because they've lost hope. And now it is our responsibility as a government to revive that hope, to give back hope to the young people. And this we can only do if we can transform agriculture into a viable commercial entity where the young people can now go back to the land and know they can make it by going into farming.
This is awesome. And thank you for sharing that deep emotional story, and that has really, impacted my life personally. And I'm very sure that the world can hear you. The whole of Delaware can hear you. The whole of United States can hear you. And I'm sure that the Gambians back home in Africa can really hear this honorable minister. He's a living legend, I tell you. With that kind of experience, you are such a living legend. And I celebrate you, and we celebrate you, young people. So I have a very passionate question that I would like to hear from you, and this is regarding investment. Do you have to say to agricultural investors like the chicken plants and the rice companies and the people that would love to come over there, because I hear you guys eat a lot of rice.
That's right.
So what do you have to say to them? Were you able to welcome them? Are there policies to really push them through to help them develop, Gambia right now?
Fortunately, with the new dispensation and a president who listens, and a president who is a child of a farmer, who grew up within a farming community, has given me the support to make sure that as much as we are only utilizing 37% of the arable land of Gambia, we are going to continue to support the small farmer holdings, but we are going all the way to create the enabling environment for public-private partnerships and investments in agriculture, whereby we have created an enabling environment whereby anybody coming to Gambia to invest in agriculture, all the equipment, implements, and all what is necessary for the farming activities will not pay duty when they are being imported to Gambia.
This is beautiful.
And then we have gone a step
Did
forward.
you hear that?
That if the investment is big, we can give you tax break.
Wow.
From 5 years to 10 years.
Wow.
So what we want is Gambia is one country in Africa that has no mineral resources. We owe everything to agriculture. That's why we are going into serious diversification. As much as we will continue to invest in rice and peanuts, which are our main activity, we are now going into poultry, into horticulture, and into livestock development, so that the farmer will be busy and active for the 12 months in the year. Because when it comes to rice and peanuts, you will only be employed and active for 5 months in the year. We need, as long as we want the young people to go into farming, for these young people to be active and doing some work for 12 months in the year. So, and then we have a very vibrant tourist industry, but we import a lot of the things that the tourists use at the hotels. So that's why we are diversifying now and going into poultry and livestock, and of course into horticulture, so that we will be self-sufficient, and the $80 million that is being spent every year to import food, we can put it into education, health, and other social activities for the interest of the Gambian population.
What a wonderful, amazing plan you have. This is so impressive. So I want to specially call on everyone out there, investors, business owners, companies that are looking forward to invest. You might want to start thinking about Gambia. You just heard the Honorable Minister. He's calling you. It's free, no tax. Americans would like to hear that.
Sunday mornings can have its own share of time constraints, work schedule interruptions, clashes of personal engagements, and the overwhelming need for refreshing worship. Good news! The Redeemed Christian Church of God, Amazing Grace Chapel in Middletown, Delaware, now has an early power-packed Sunday service from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. This first service is quick, refreshing, and frees up your day for other engagements. Our soul-lifting second service holds from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Other in-week services include Bible study on Tuesdays at 7, prayer service on Fridays at 7:30 p.m. Tell everyone and invite someone. To learn more, please text the keyword INFO to 302-402-5100. The Redeemed Christian Church of God, Amazing Grace Chapel. One church, two services. See you soon.
Welcome back to the show. And on the show, we still have here the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, and he's right here. So, Honorable Minister, you are a man, not just a man, a legend, a living legend that has contributed so much to your politics and the lives of the people of Gambia. What would you like to say to the Gambians in diaspora, the young people that fled Gambia as a result of hardship? I know a lot of young people, went through the Mediterranean Sea and drowned over there, those that made it across. What do you have to say? Talk to the Gambians in diaspora. What do you have to say to them about coming home and just, embracing to build the country? You want to talk to your people?
Fortunately, I was invited in Atlanta 2 months ago. I was in Atlanta here in the United States. I was invited by the Gambian diaspora in the United States for me to talk to them about the possibilities of investment in the Gambia. And we are calling on them that now we have a peaceful, stable Gambia, and investors, particularly Gambians, are being encouraged to come back home and come and contribute to the national development of the motherland. They have contacts, they have been here, they are exposed, they are intelligent, they are educated. That's the people we need now to run that country. We don't need any more foreigners or other people to come and run our country for us. We have Gambians in the diaspora who have utilized their being here very successfully by going to school, going to some of the best universities and colleges. And now they are equipped with the talent to come and help the new dispensation develop this country. But before closing also, I would like to say that we still need Gambians in the diaspora, because the whole world is now a small village. So we don't think that all Gambians should be in Gambia. We are part of the world, and we want to see Gambians in other regions whereby they become the bridge between the Gambia and those countries. That is why I would like to thank the Gambians in Delaware who invited me and the First Lady and our delegation to be here. That is the Delaware African Caribbean Coalition. They made us to have a very successful and fruitful dialogue with very important people here.
Awesome.
From the governor to the mayor to the executive of the county. I went to visit yesterday and make statements in the Senate and the House of Representatives.
Awesome.
Today we have met Senator Coons, and so many other important dignitaries. I think this is a humbling environment, and we would like to thank them and show our appreciation, not only for us, but in behalf of the Gambian people whom we are here to represent. The Gambian people are proud of them, and we will continue to make sure they become our partners in development in our motherland.
Absolutely, I'm sure America is so happy. America, you heard that? Delaware, our honorable governor, you heard that. The Senate, you heard that. So Gambia is waiting for you. Come on, let's do this. Thank you so much.
To inspire. In every show, we discuss trending matters, lifestyle, culture, leadership, education, and lots more. And I look forward to meeting you as we engage business leaders, social entrepreneurs, academic professionals, proactive youths. Join me on the show every Friday, 7:30 p.m. on Delaware 28.
Welcome back to the show, and on this special edition is something I call the presidential edition. And we had here the wife of the Honorable President of Gambia, as well as the Honorable Minister of Agriculture Gambia. And you heard him talk to you about investment, and that's what the Jemimah show is about: community building, building nations. We are rooting out to empower countries in Africa, in the Caribbean, in Haiti. We just want to empower these countries. I also want to talk to you investors, and we know in Delaware we have a lot of huge companies. You just heard the Honorable Minister inviting you. It is tax-free. That's exciting. I like that. When you hear it's tax-free for companies, please go over there and invest and help build that wonderful country. And again, it's a wrap up for us on this edition of the show. I want to say thank you so much to everyone that tuned in to watch, and we appreciate you. Go onto our website, www.thejemimahshow.com, and you will get more information about this. And please remember to go on our YouTube, and you get the full edition and the full video of this session, as well as all the videos. Remember to follow us on Instagram and on Facebook and Twitter. We are there tweeting all the time. Thank you, Delaware. Thank you, all the senators that made this possible. A special shout out to DACC, Delaware African Caribbean Commission. We are so honored. They are actually the champions of the Jemimah show. They actually promote this show all the time to reach out to as many people from the African descent, developing Delaware and reaching out to the whole world. And thank you, Delaware. Thank you, America. And I remain your humble Jemimah. Till I see you next time, God bless you.
Hi, I'm Jemimah. I'm here to inspire. Join me on this show as we engage business leaders, social entrepreneurs, academic professionals, and proactive youths. On every show, we discuss trending matters on culture, lifestyle, leadership, education, and lots more. The Jemimah Show every Friday on Delaware TV, Channel 28. I look forward to meeting you.